And now let's say we would like to create more complex shapes out of those simple geometric shapes. We can start selecting our move tool and maybe dragging these shapes on top of each other. So maybe selecting that rectangle, and let's also select that triangle. And let's rotate that one a bit to here. Maybe going for house shape or arrow and executing that. And let's also change that one's colors. So I'm going to be selecting any of our vector tools in here to get more controls for our shape, and changing fill color for that one to light blue, and also stroke color magenta. And now selecting our move tool once again, and also holding shift key to select that rectangle along with our triangle. Now we have these two shapes selected. We can be merging those shapes by pressing Command or Control E, or you can be going to your layers menu and selecting merge shapes. So now this is called a live shape, by the way, and that basically means that we can be changing the composition of these two shapes anytime we would like. So we can be selecting our path selection tool, and now we can be selecting either our rectangle or even our triangle, and we can restart repositioning our triangle. So dragging that one maybe to here, or even we can get it away from our rectangle, and we can join them back once again anytime, or we can be duplicating that one by holding Alt or Option key and dragging our triangle. So now we have a duplicate in here where we can be adding that one to our shape, or we can be removing from that shape by hitting delete. However, this will make us lose live feature for our vector shape, so I'm not going to be doing that now. So I'm going to be undoing that instead. Command or Control Z, and I'm going to be selecting also that rectangle, holding shift key and clicking on that one. And let's see how we can be getting even more shapes out of these two shapes. So here we have path operation for our vector shapes, where we can be combining shapes like that shape in here, or we can be intersecting shape areas, so we'll be getting only that intersected area, or we can be selecting to exclude overlapping shapes by selecting that option, where it's gonna be punching a hole within our shape in those intersected areas. Or we can be subtracting front shape, and in that case it's our triangle, since we created that one after creating our rectangle. So we can be deselecting that rectangle in here, going to path operation and selecting subtract front shape, where we will be getting a result like that. So let's select them once again, combining shapes, and let's say we would like to make these two shapes as one shape. So we can be selecting that option in here, merge shape components, where we will no longer be able to edit those two shapes as separate shapes, and they will be as one shape. So we can be executing that one to have that house or arrow shape as one vector shape, and even we can be saving that shape to reuse it later simply by going to edit. Then we can be selecting define custom shape. Now let's call that one maybe wide arrow, as it looks more like an arrow to me than a house, so I'm gonna be executing that. Okay. Now if we would like to reuse that shape, we can go to our vector tools, where you will find custom shape tool, and here we can be finding our shape. Make sure that you are selecting all first by clicking on the gear to see all your icons, and those are all custom shapes by Photoshop, where you can be finding shapes for animals, arrows, and so on. However, let's keep scrolling down in here, looking for our newly created shape, and here it is. We can be selecting that one and start drawing that one simply like that. We can go ahead and try other shapes as well. So let's maybe pick that one and start drawing. We can also reduce stroke weight for that one. Here's our last step for our video. If we go and select our direct selection tool or even path selection tool, we have that option here to select either active layers or all layers. So if we select all layers, we can be selecting all vector shapes within our layers, or we can make that one exclusive to our current layer. So anyway, that's it for our video. Hope that was an easy one for you guys. And if you feel like watching that one for a second time, that would be a great idea, since fully understanding all these vector essentials will not also be helpful for you in Photoshop, but also it will be teaching you a lot about Illustrator concepts. So believe me guys, this one could be a great shortcut for you even in Illustrator. And also it will be very helpful for you to understand how to use pen tool and to draw even more complicated vector shapes and create stunning vector masks.